Greetings, Patrick here. Uh, have Cheetah will view, and welcome to another edition of Eight Questions with. Glad you are here to join us today. It is a mild, overcast Michigan, southeastern Michigan day today. It's rained a little bit, little showers. Supposed to warm up a little bit later, but we shall see. We shall see. So tonight's guest, or this afternoon's guest, is the first of two shows. One we're doing Tiffany-Ellen Robinson. She'll be here in about 15 minutes, and then tonight at 8 o'clock, 8 o'clock back on our regular channel, our regular time for the channel at 8 o'clock Eastern time, we will be here with Kenny Sparks, who is also a fellow movie tuber. Hey V, how are you? How are you? Hey, Michael James Bernard walking through the door. This is great. I thank you guys so much for the early support. I appreciate it. Um, Thank you guys all for who came out to yesterday to hang out with me and Anthony Shabbat. We had a lot of fun last night. I'm telling you, if you missed that show we did yesterday afternoon, it's down there in the playlist down on the channel. Yeah, give it a listen. Maybe even share it out on the community tab. Anthony's a very a kind-hearted soul, and he supports all of us. And hey, Mike, how are you? All right. I was hoping I would get a couple of UK folks over here. We are at 7 p.m. in the UK right now. It's 5 hours ahead of us, so it is 7 o'clock right now, where Mike is at and where Tiffany Ellen will be at. And yeah, I feel like I just poached an English actress from Mike's clutches. I'm like, oh, here comes the UK, here comes the UK squad. Hey, are you interviewing our actresses? Yes, yes, because you guys are very talented. That's why. Um, so Tiffany Ellen has done a lot of fun movies, a lot of fun movies. I've seen yes, I'm so happy. I'm so yeah. You know what? I am too. I am too. I really do enjoy doing the interviews with the overseas. I really do. It's a lot of fun. I don't get to do it enough, but I did do something different. I did create a playlist. I did create a playlist with all the folks that we have interviewed from the UK. So it is now up and running. It is in the description box down below with Tiffany Allen. So if you want to see who we've talked to from the UK, by all means, we created a playlist for it, and the link is down there in Tiffany Allen's description box. Uh, when talent hits international, you need to share. No doubt about that. And we've interviewed a lot of Canadians too, including the and the Bud Files. Greetings, Sue. Greetings. How are you? Glad you guys are here. I'm looking at the watching now. It is awesome. Thank you guys so much. I am oh yeah, there he is. There's one of our Dollar Theater Rollers. That's right. Me and Charles and Hobbs and Bones and Haas, Mr. Dan. Yeah. Greetings, Charles. Greetings. So Tiffany Ellen has done a lot of fun films. I've actually seen her work. I have seen the movies that she's done. I have seen the. I've actually seen the Mummy Reborn. I've seen Curse of the Scarecrow, and I saw The Bad Nun. So three movies in a row that I've watched of Tiffany Ellen's. I'm looking at the IMDb score, and I can tell you right now, I hate IMDb. Can I tell you that? Can we talk about that for a minute? Let's talk about how much I hate IMDb. It's so arbitrary, so subjective, and it sort of sucks that the fact that a few people, a few nunderheads, can go over there and sabotage a film and give it a low score without really never giving the cast or the film director a real shot. Now, unless you're Dustin Ferguson, then don't listen to anything I just said. But seriously, I it frustrates me a little bit, because you go ahead and you see these folks, you want to talk about their movie, and a lot of times they get a little bit upset because they come in there and they see the low score, and it does affect them. I've had them tell me it affects them. Filmmakers, it's discouraging. You tell someone you made a film, it's out there, whatnot, and you go there. I mean, if your movie isn't just out and out bad, I mean, there's some movies that are, okay? I'm not gonna lie about that. I'm not gonna sugarcoat that. And I've done my fair share of nitpicking. Um, but I'm not one of those who just does it blindly without seeing the movie, without offering a review of the movie. Like, okay, so you don't like it, but why don't like it? You do like it. Well, why should I watch it? What did you like that I will too? At least be able to talk about the movie that you're putting down. Be able to talk about it. Like, it's not like you can just sit there and say, well, the, the Civil War sucks. Well, have I seen it? No. Well, why do you say that? Well, I don't know. And there's a lot of people who put in a lot of hard hours making these films. A lot of hours, a lot of talent. Hard work in the night through all sorts of weather. Um, to just out of hand to dismiss it or to give it a low score because you think it's funny. You create an account and go around and you sabotage every film that you come across and you think it's funny. It isn't, and you're not funny, and it's not a very good, it's not a very nice thing to do. I love discovering indie horror films. Indie horror film is as we're all most of us here watching this today are going to be horror fans. And Like I said, not every movie is going to come out shining like a diamond. Um, yeah, it happens. It happens. But if you give a reason why, like I said, if you give a reason why, story wise, cast wise, lighting wise, any size wise, um, at least you've explained yourself. And I can respect that a little bit. Actually respect it a lot. But like I said, I mean, blind hating on somebody's work it just sucks. All right, off the soapbox. Um, So we're going to be talking about her career. She's got a lot of good movies here, a lot of interesting movies. And one I'm looking at right now, it's in production and I'm so glad it's listed. That means we could talk about it. But there's a movie that Tiffany Ellen is working on called Nightmare Hospital, and her title in the movie is The Nurse. I don't know about you guys. I don't know about you guys, but that sort of like sends like it made me squeeze my butt cheeks a little tighter. Uh, the nurse. It sounds so ominous, right? It's just like it's still like the wrong person you want to mess with is the nurse in Nightmare Hospital. Um, that's gonna be a corker. And hopefully it will get Tiffany Ellen will be able to tell us when the movie is going to be coming out, um, and um, and that's really going to be exciting. Um, uh, okay, all right, gonna do. Excuse me one second. Excuse me one second. All right. So, like I said, she'll be here in about 10 minutes. I'm sorry, a little bit disconcerted here. I've lost my page that I was looking for. Thank you so much. Yes, by all means, I got to do a better job at this. I was talking about this with Brian, the Dragon movie guy, and it's something I don't do very well, and that is to get everybody to hit the like button, to leave a comment. If you guys can do that, that would be really, really helpful to the channel. Um, we are suddenly, I don't know how this happened, but all of a sudden now we're starting to knock on 1400. I know it says 1370 right there, but we're only a couple away from 1380. And we're gonna be closing in on 1400 subs here in a minute. And so if you guys could leave a comment, that would be very, very helpful for the channel. Again, hit the like button. Share us out too. Sharing out also helps out because it gets our name out there. I appreciate that as well. Um, all right, tonight after at 8 o'clock at our regular time. Like I said, this is the one of two shows. Doing two shows. First show, Tiffany Ellen Robinson. The second show is Kenny Sparks. And looking forward to talking to Kenny. It'll be his first time on the show. I'm so glad to have him on the show. We're gonna be chatting it up. Okay, and let me tell you what's coming up here on the calendar. I'm going to do a few May dates. We still got a lot of April left, but some of the dates that we're doing on in May, uh, we've seen the return of actress Asel Ot- Otunchieva. Otunchieva. Otunch Otunchieva. Oh boy, it's a Kurdistan last name. I did this before. I crushed her last name, and I'm so sorry, but I got her first name right. And we had her on the show before, but we're gonna have her back, and we're gonna be talking to her, catching up with her, and see what she's been doing since the last time she was here with Joe Leone, talking about Breakup Mountain. But now she is out there. I think she's actually going around the world. I've seen her Instagram page. I think she's been going around the world. I can't wait to talk to her again. Super nice, very talented, very, very talented, and can't wait to talk to Asel again. And that will be on Wednesday, May 1st. May 1st. On Thursday, May 2nd, we have Matthew Kenner will be with us. Killing Machines. We just talked to the film's director last earlier this month. Um, uh, uh, God, I'm telling you, my brain is on lame. I'm just take a breath here. Andre Gallant, and Austin Gallant. Austin Gallant was here, and we'll be talking to his lead actor, Matthew Kenner, and hopefully we'll get Doug Montoya down a little bit later. Okay. On the 7th of May, we have actress Samantha Hupp will be here with us. We will talk to her at 8 o'clock. On the 8th, I am not going to be here on the 8th. We will be dark on the 8th. So I'm trying. So I moved the show. I did a show on Friday, and we will be talking with Michael James Menard, and Dylan Yeager. Both of those will be our guests as we do a watch party. We're doing a watch party for "You Should Have Killed Me," featuring the director and the screenwriter, Michael James Menard, and Dylan Yeager, uh, who starred in the film. And that will be on the 10th of Friday, May 10th at 9 p.m. 9 p.m. Um, On the 9th of May, we have singer-songwriter Chris Ivan will be with us on the 9th. On the 21st, of May, and I wouldn't be giving up this date to just anybody. But I gave it up for this gentleman. I'm so glad he's going to come visit us. I've been trying to get him to come on for years, years. But Chris Alexander will be our guest on May 21st. Chris Alexander, not only is he a filmmaker in his own right, but he is also the former editor-in-chief of Fangoria magazine, and he is currently the editor-in-chief of Delirium magazine. Yeah, we got ourselves a big name. We got ourselves a heavy hitter. So Chris Alexander will be here on May 21st. And another heavy hitter coming back to visit us, the lovely Christy Adams from Nightmare Toys on May 23rd. And we will be talking, I do believe they'll be coming back from Texas Frightmare. And we will be catching up on Texas Frightmare and seeing what's coming up new in the world of toys and collectibles at the Mighty Nightmare Toys. They've been showing off a lot of recent collectibles, new collectibles that are just coming out. So we will talk about that. We'll also be talking about conventions and all sorts of other cool things. Christy is one of the most requested guests that I get, and one of the more popular guests that I get, and we will be having her come back on May 23rd. All right. All right. One more minute, and I do believe Miss Robinson will be joining us shortly. Um, Hopefully, everybody is doing well today. Um, if you guys are interested, I did share this on my community tab because I'm not sure if any of you guys know about the show or not. Um, but Michael Rosenbaum's show, Inside of You, whose show I actually patterned this one after. I patterned my show after his, but he has Skeet Ulrich on his show today, and it was an interesting interview. It was a short one, but it was a good one. Uh, hey, Greg and John, how are you? Welcome in, welcome in. Glad you're here. Glad you're here. Our guest will be here in any second now. Now, have you anybody has anybody? Let me go ahead and post down Tiffany Ellen's IMDb page, so you can go ahead and take a look and see if you've seen any of her films that she's done. Um, so this is going to be. Oops. Okay, let me drop that down and bam. All right. Tiffany Owen is on her way up. I will have to say this too. She has one of the most pleasant speaking voices I've had on the show. She has left me a couple of messages, and she has such a refined and really beautiful voice. I wonder if she I wonder if she sings as well. As well as she acts. See if she's done any musical theater or whatnot. Let's see. Tomorrow night on the show, we will be joined by special guest host Ant from Ant Review Things. He will be here with me tomorrow as we will be welcoming in the band Sex Dream. Will be with us tomorrow night at 8 o'clock. And then, of course, Thursday, the 25th, we have the return of Spooky Kisses. Spooky Kisses will be here, and we'll be talking about her show, Spooky Kisses Haunts, and talking about her visiting the different haunts for the last 2 seasons. Her TV show has 2 seasons of haunts, and I do believe is working on the third one even as we speak. And we'll be talking with her tomorrow about on Thursday. We'll be talking with Spooky about all things scary and how much haunts have advanced. All right. Okay. Make sure she can get in. Okay. See, she might have to open up using Chrome. So I'll wait for her to tell me. All right. Uh, hold on here. Let's see. Give me 1 second here. Okay. All right. It's not a 8 questions with if a week if we don't have one small tech issue. It just if I ever had a week of just perfect shows, I think I would be possessed or something like that. I'd be cursed. That would scare me. I gotta have a glitch somewhere. It has to happen. Uh, I think she is. Let me see. Hold on here. I know dead air, right? That's forbidden. Uh, all right. Well, went to the library today. There you go. Talking about the library. So yeah, I went down to the library because it is Tuesday, and if it's Tuesday, it can only mean one thing. It means it's library day, and it was. Stop me if you heard that before. So went down there, and this week was bag sale week. That's where you take your own bag and you go down there, and well, I shouldn't say that. I should say I get to take my bag. Um, library. Ah, Tiffany-Ellen is here. Yay! The British are coming. The British are coming. All right. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Michael. It's lovely to meet you, my darling.
Oh my gosh. See, what did I tell you guys, right? Like the perfect voice. Like I'm just already like, wow. Um,
Oh,
so my very
darling. Oh, you
my,
flatter me, my love.
oh my so my first question, because I was thinking about my first question, and because I got messages from you and I'm listening to them and I'm going like, so I already know what my first question is. Most of the time it's like, where were you born and raised at? But I'm going like, I'm gonna scratch that one. My first question to you will be, do you sing? Are you a singer as well? Can you hear
Well,
me okay? Oh, okay.
oh,
I was
I
thinking maybe you think I was thinking
do
maybe you
think I
sang
am
on to
actually. I'm a professional singer. I was trained in musical theatre from the age of 5 years old. So I'm a professional singer. I trained in musical theatre. I performed Zanny in Richmond Theatre. So yes, I can sing on a very high scale of a cappella.
yeah. As soon as I heard your voice, as soon as I heard your voice,
Say that again, my
I knew.
darling.
I said as soon as I heard your voice, I knew that I had a feeling that you were a singer. As soon as I
Hello,
heard
can
it,
you
I'm
hear
like,
me?
yeah, yeah. Can you hear me? Oh boy, hold on. Let me just tell you to come back.
Michael?
Yes, yes.
Are we
Let me
back in the
back.
room?
Yeah, come back out and come back in.
Hello?
Yes, yes.
Connection.
There you go. You might need
There
to
we go.
come
We're all
back.
good. We're all good, my friend.
You might be able to back out and come back in.
What visionary or?
Yeah, because it's really staticky.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's the perception. It's so terrible where I am. I do apologise.
It's okay. It's okay.
Is it okay
Uh,
now? Am I moving okay?
no, that actually
Am I
sounds
still
no,
ginger?
actually you sound great right now.
Oh, fantastic. But let's keep it. I'll make sure I don't move. That's it.
Okay. Uh, so you said that you started out singing. I'm not surprised by that. When I heard your speaking voice, as soon as I heard that, I'm going like, yeah, she's a singer.
I
Now
am.
did
I'm a
you?
singer.
Yeah. Uh, Now, how old were you when you started singing? When did you
5 years
realize that
old.
5 years old? That's so cute.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So, and then did you do anything with it? Did you end up
Oh, I
recording
went to
anything with
theatre
it?
schools from a young age. I went to Songtan Theatre Arts, known as the British Theatre Academy. I went on to Sylvia Young Theatre School. I went on to Anna Sher, to also the Middleweek Newton Academy, the Poor School. But I was always trained in musical theatre, and I played Annie as well, and in musical and West End.
Yeah. Oh, so musical theater is in your blood too. Well, that was
Oh,
another
it's in
question I
my
was
blood,
going to ask
though.
you.
If you are a theatre girl, darling, you're a theatre girl all the way through. As soon as they hear Chicago going on, that's it. I'm there doing the jazz band, sweetheart. That's it.
Gosh, that is so cool. Now, how many musical theater productions have you done?
Oh God, I need to get your gun, Copacabana, Barnum. I did Oliver, I did Annie, and then the second one I played Annie in the Richmond Theatre musical. I did The Wiz, that was great, and I played the mouse policeman. Okay, well, I was after like the lion, going after him. It was great. I did also Anything Goes, where I played the Chinese man Babaluke, and I won the Nina Karuna Acting Young Award for that. And I was only about 10 years old. And I remember my parents taking me to Broadstairs and learning the Chinese accent, going to different Chinese restaurants and learning it. And I won the Nina Karuna Acting Award for it. So, I've always been very dedicated to my profession. So, my parents, they aren't alive anymore. My mother passed away 5 years ago. My father, he died in 2009. But, they always pushed me to be my very best, and, always taught me to believe in my dreams and go for it. And, I'm very grateful that I had a very supportive family during all that.
Yes, that helps out a lot. I mean, I hear that a lot from a lot of people we talk to, and they comment on how utterly important it was for their family to support. And
Oh, absolutely. I mean, the theatre industry is a very difficult industry. It's very hardcore. I mean, they train like they do a Russian ballet dance. It's like straight, and if you forget your lines, you're going to be thrown out. That's it. And you've got to be hardcore in with it. But, with me with going on stage, I found that, I was very bullied as a child from a young age, for being a redhead and being a little bit different, being a little bit quirky and, you know,
ah, now she froze.
and well, uh, on stage, I felt like I was becoming a different person, becoming who I really am.
Now, have you always when you were growing up, did you always know you were slightly different? I mean, did you always feel like a little bit like a little bit of an oddball
Oh,
or quirky?
darling, I'm ginger. I'm always going to be a bit of an oddball. That's it. You can see my background here. I've got a little fairy on my wall. That's it. I love, spiritual things. I'm a little bit mystical, a little magical. But the way that I see things with people is, always be who you want to be. You don't need to owe anything to anyone. Always
Right.
be love yourself for who you are. You're weird and you're wonderful.
Yeah,
That's it. Shine your light.
look at that. See,
Shine your light. That's the way that I see it.
not only she has a beautiful voice, a singing voice, and she's a redhead. That's like the triple crown right there. That's like
Oh, no, I know.
that's
I know people see me like a rare
now.
Pikachu, but like, oh, it's a redhead. Oh, what's going on?
Uh, does being a redhead do people notice you right away from being a redhead? Have you I
Oh,
mean, do they
do you
see
know what? Do you
you?
know what? The jokes I've had about from people, they said, "Oh my God, you're a redhead." I thought, "Oh, I thought I was blue. Oh no, what do I do? Oh God, oh this is a bit of controversy. Oh God, I thought these were just like spots, but no, they turned out to be freckles. Yes, of course I'm ginger. Yes, I do burn in the sun. Yes, I do burn just by looking in a fridge. Oh, for God's sake, it's just, it's part of who I am. I love my hair. Yes, I'm a redhead. Yes, I burn in the sun. Yes, I'm a little bit quirky, but it's part of who I am. I go
Right.
out, looking like Edward Cullen, and I come back looking like the lobster from Little Mermaid. So, in the sunlight, it just happens. That's it. It's part of my people.
Yeah. Do you find yourself? Yeah, I guess you do. Right. You do have to stay out of the sun, right?
I know. I know.
No. Oh. No, no, you don't.
It can get embarrassing sometimes. I think, oh, it's a nice lukewarm day. The temperature's a little bit down. I'm thinking, oh, it's fine. I don't need sun cream. And I come back, I'm burnt like a cinder. I'm like, oh God, oh no. Sorry.
Uh, so what did you, let's go back to the beginning a little bit more. Is when did you, you started singing, and you started doing musical theater, when did the acting bug hit you?
Oh, we see past the musical theatre training was also acting as well. So I was put into an agency and I started doing television series with CBC and Channel 4. I played Susie from Morris Studio 74. But I find with actors as well, it's also about life experience. But I always say to people as well that, you can be any role that you want to be. It's just imagining how you would behave in that certain character and also responding to your actor as well. It's all about, for me, it's all about creating that energy. A lot of people, they do acting because they think it's all about the fame and the glory. For me, it's not. It's about bringing that vision to life for people so they can lose themselves into a story. The world is a tough way, but also movies can touch our lives just like that. They can
Right.
touch the most gentlest ways. We can empathize. There's been many films, okay, that have changed my life as well by watching them. And it's the passion, the raw talent, being so dedicated. And I always say with films as well, it's not just the actor. You see, my purpose as the actor is to make sure, okay, that, what the script writer, what they dreamed about, their story and their vision, for me to be part of that dream, to be part of creating that and making that real for them, that's such an inspirational experience for me. It really is. And it's everyone coming together, having the same idea, the same passion, the same intuition, and bring something beautiful into creativity. And that's what it should be about.
Uh, yeah, it should be. It should be, but it rarely is, right?
I know it can be a shallow industry at times, but to me, whenever I'm on stage or I perform or I'm filming, I just feel like I've been set on fire. My soul is alight. And this is why I say to people, if you're meant to be doing something, when you feel so excited, so passionate about what you're doing, your soul is on fire, that's your purpose. And go for it and follow it blindly.
Uh, what was it? Well, I agree with that. I do think that when you do come onto a stage or movie, I think you should be. I don't know. I think you should be exuding that energy, that the positivity. I mean, you're doing something that a lot of people want to do but can't do, or just have they just don't have the talent for it.
Darling,
Um,
everyone has got the ability to believe in themselves. It's all about believing in themselves and knowing that they're worthy.
a lot
It's all
has to do
about
with talent,
self-love at
though.
the end of the day.
But a lot of it has to do with
Huh?
talent, though. A lot of it has to do with
It
talent, though. I
doesn't do
mean,
time. You see, everyone has got the creative ability, the way that I see it. It's all about believing in yourself and just letting go of the limitations. Stop worrying what people think about you. Go for it. What have you got to lose? You see, look, I'm a girl. I've lost both my parents. Okay, I didn't have it easy in life. But you know what? I'm still going to strive and say, do you know what? I deserve to make something because I want to achieve and to be happy within myself. And I'm going to make the very best that I can of life. And if people love me, they do. And if they don't, that's okay. As
yeah.
long as I accept, to me, as long as I accept myself, it's the most important thing. To me, to all of humanity, you're all amazing people. You've got so much in you. You've got so much ability. You've got so much potential. Just light that spark within you and don't worry what people think. Go for it. What have you got to lose? We have one life
Yeah,
and live it
yeah.
to the fullest.
We got one. We have some questions starting to come out. We have some questions starting to come to right now.
Oh, okay.
And
Let's go for the questions, people. Let's go for it. Let's go.
I got on the soapbox a little bit before you got here. I got on the soapbox a little bit because I was talking about the movies that I've seen of yours, and Mike is going to talk about one of them right here. Mike says the Mummy Reborn may be seen as a bad movie or so bad it's good kind of movie. Tiffany-Ellen,
You know what? I've said this in interviews before. From my experience, it was quite a odd experience for me because there were many times I was like, I was just like, look, the way that I see, the cast and crew, they're very good cast and crew. You see, things are comedy script writing. It's a very difficult thing to write, and there were some moments that I was like, "Oh, that's a bit carry on gone wrong." And there were moments where I thought, that mummy doesn't really look like a mummy; it looks like a used up mop. And there were many times I was like, oh, not sure. I think about the comment. I ended up just going hanging out with the sheep in the field. I thought I've got a better off chance of these guys sometimes. They're very good. I can't knock them. Okay, I've worked with them before. They're
Sure.
also behind, Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey. Okay, they do knock out some good stuff. The Mummy Reborn could have been made what it was, but you see, we also were working on a very short schedule line. Schedule, I mean, not schedule line. Sorry, I don't know where that came from. Sorry. And it was so bad it was good, but there were some times were a bit more cringy. And I am proud because the thing is, for me, the most important. There were some bits I'm like, why would you call a mummy a MILF? I was like, oh God, Jesus Christ, you just don't say that. You don't call Egyptian mummy a MILF. That's just, oh, that's just wrong on all levels. I was like, oh God, just go hang out with the sheep. That's what you do. You get to the point like, I'm done with everything. But they are a very good film company. I know Scott Jeffrey and Lisa Warren, and they are very professional what they're doing. They are very passionate. We were on a very tight schedule. I will say that, limited, we're doing 2 films in, literally in just 1 week, and being pushed very hard, and it should be given more dedication, but they tried to produce a very good, but I do think it could have been made more. But to me, the most important thing to me about that film was really about the relationship, okay, between Max and Tina. Okay, so Max had Williams syndrome. And it was really okay. And I can relate to that about losing their mum, which I've gone through the same with my brother as well. We lost a mum very suddenly to type 1 diabetes. Okay, she just died suddenly. It was very awful. And I had to raise my brother from 16 years old, and him going through all of that, and I understand that what it's like. Okay, losing my dad at 16, my mum at 26, and raising my brother and going through all this, responsibility. So I really wanted to bring that onto the performance. It didn't really matter to me on the comedy side. I wanted people to relate to the sentimental value of it. And that was the most important thing. As I said, comedy can be a hard thing to write. Yes, it can.
Yeah.
And you just get the timing, the comedy timing, but they tried their best. I've got a lot of, respect for them. But yes, I do believe the film could have been done better. Yes, I do. There were some bits that are cringing, but to me, as long as the emotional aspect of Tina and Max's relationship was the most important thing that came across.
I mean, yeah. I mean, everything. Looking back in hindsight, right? Because everybody can do that. Or looking back in hindsight, yes, it could have been better. It could have been better. But the fact of the matter is that when you were there making the film, as you were, I mean, like you said, you put everything into it. You did the best job you possibly could with what you were given. And to me, that's really all that matters. I mean, yeah, there are a lot of bad movies that are just bad, but you can always spot. To me, it always makes it easier to spot the great actors. The bad movies that aren't are being rushed, bad movies that are rushed through, it's easier to spot really good performances. Because they stand out because you're not expecting it to see it in the movie. So when it does stand out,
Absolutely.
yeah. All right. Let's see. Let's see. See. Yeah. He wants to know. He wants to know. Mike also wants to know, how did you get the role? Did you submit your audition? Did you?
Oh no. Well, I'll be honest with you. I've worked a lot with Proportion Productions. Okay, in the past before that role, and they wanted to give me the opportunity to be the leading star in their films, and I accepted it.
So that's really cool, though. So they
trusted the fact I've got a lot of appreciation because they trusted me to be able to lead their film for them, and it's very pleasing for an actor. Okay, when you work for previous companies, okay, and they trust you to be able to lead, the role, and they have the confidence in you, and they said, we'd love to give you this role, and I've got a lot of appreciation for them. Scott Jeffrey he's a fantastic producer, a lovely person as well. He's got a lot of personality. They are very good at what they do. So the fact that they gave confidence, said we would love you to play this role, I was like, okay, let's go for it.
And so they handpicked you for that. And were you also handpicked by Louisa for Curse of the Scarecrow?
Yes, I was. Yes, Curse the Scarecrow. I was meant to be in the Bride of the Scarecrow to play the main role of that, but unfortunately, my mum at the time, she went into a life support machine, so I couldn't do it.
Right, of course, of course.
Yeah.
Curse of the Scarecrow, there was a scarecrow in the movie. Some movies that advertise a scarecrow never showed the damn scarecrow.
I
So
know,
I'm
I know, I know,
yeah,
I know exactly. Yes,
yeah,
yes.
yeah. At least there was a scarecrow in Curse of the Scarecrow. And then also a question about what about Cry? What was it like making the Scarecrow, Curse of the Scarecrow? What was that like in comparison
Oh, it
to?
was really
Uh,
awesome. It was really great. We did a lot of late night shoots. Okay, in the middle of the night. It was fun. It was really great. I enjoyed a lot of it.
was it really cold
We
then?
had our
Was it cold?
inspiration around it as well, and we just went for it. And it was great. We filmed in a really creepy barn, and there was me and Cassandra, okay, in the car waiting for our scene. I was like, oh, was that a UFO up there? We were just there looking in the cornfield and everything. But it was a lovely experience. We had a great time. We did have a great time. We all worked really well together.
Was it cold during when you filmed it at night?
Oh, don't. I've been in filming conditions that have been so freezing.
Oh,
Now I say, people say, aren't you cold? I'm like, well, I'm not sure. It's my Celtic genes are just used to being in freezing cold conditions when I'm filming. So you get like a second hard skin, really, I suppose, to it, really.
uh, so what kind of role do you like the best? I mean, because we're talking about movies
Well,
that
you
you've
see,
been
with me,
in.
I love period drama roles. I love you see, with me, you can play any role that you want to, is what you feel connected to. I love like the psychological roles, I love the period drama roles, the thriller roles, the heroine, it's what I feel connected to, and what I can create. To me, it's about creation. I'm
Well,
trying to push more into
you have a
period
really
drama
nice.
roles. I've got that coming up. I've also got I'm playing Janis Joplin at some point as well.
I mean, you have a really nice backlog of horror films. I mean, you seem right at
I
home with
know, I
horror
know.
films.
People see me as the scream queen, but I'm very good at period dramas as well. So
I can believe that. Yes, I can believe that. Is it because you've done more horror than period pieces, more Scarecrow versus Bridgerton. But but if you have your choice, what would you like to do? What would you rather do? Would you rather do the period piece than the
no, for
horror?
me, it's more about. I would love to do more period drama pieces. More serious pieces, more like your EastEnders. Okay, dramatic thriller. I'm quite versatile. I'm not trying to big up my own trumpet or play my own drum, but I like to think I've got a range. That's it. So I'm not stuck to like one genre. As I like to
Yeah,
see,
I don't think
I like
I
to be,
really.
I love to be like the wizard or the witch or the pirate or you, like Bridgerton or the period drama or the Queen Elizabeth. I know that I'm capable of doing it.
Yep,
That's it.
yep.
It's just being given that opportunity and exploring that.
I was just talking before you got here. I was talking about how you were doing Nightmare Hospital, and your title in that movie is called The Nurse, and I'm like, man, I
Oh,
don't know what.
it was originally called The Test. I haven't actually seen the release of it yet.
Oh, is it done yet? The movie's done.
I don't know. I've never seen it. I've never seen it.
Okay, yeah, you know what that means. What do they say? Post production hell. Uh,
Oh yeah, the
uh,
post production hell.
well, I tell you what, I'm intrigued by that. I really hope that does come out because they got you playing the nurse, not nurse. Hey,
Oh no,
nurse.
I do all, but just because I'm quite flexible as well from my dance training, I do all like distortionist, all like the legs over, like the arms and everything. It was like, oh god, all the makeup. I had to wear these zombie like eye contact lenses. I couldn't see anything I was doing. It was
Oh god.
great.
Oh my gosh, that's horror film 101, right? Do you
Horror
like
film
working with
101.
do you like working with effects and makeup? I mean, do you mind if they
Well,
put
actually,
gore
I've
on?
done a little bit of training on SFX, and I find SFX very fascinating. To be honest with you, okay, like you see a lot of the Saw films as well. Majority of it is SFX, and when you understand how it's done, it's not that scary. Majority of horror films and thriller films are the SFX. I mean, if you take that out, you haven't really got anything. That's it, But you got to look at like the horror films you're looking at the 60s and the 70s. It was more based on the creepiness than it was the gore or the SFX. So it's more
Yeah.
basically on a mind-chilling event.
Right. I mean, that's true. I mean, makeup used to be part of the story, and how it was used back in during the days of Hammer.
Well,
But
exactly. I mean, if you look at like the Saw films, okay, all of it is SFX. A fantastic series. Don't get me wrong. Brilliantly done. The script writer's fantastic. Absolutely very intelligent. Really keeps you zoned in. But it's the SFX as well. It's so fantastic. I mean, heads off to the SFX artists. Absolutely amazing. Absolutely skillful. It's not skilled, it's skilled in what they're doing as well. But if you look at things like, okay, in the 60s, like Dracula and Nosferatu, it was all done like with motion movie and music, it's that chilling, haunting effect,
right.
and everything's done. It's all about creativity at the end of the day. That's what I say. It's just, everyone's got a different version of everything.
I'm with you. I mean, I much rather my imagination work for me and like.
Oh, exactly. And when you have that last bit, you get that little mind bending, that cliffhanger. Like, oh, I wasn't expecting that. Like, no.
Let's see. Hey Gary, how are you, sir? I'm glad you were here. Glad you're
Hello,
here.
Gary.
Huff says says I find it hard to find these movies now that we don't have family videos. Yeah, no doubt about that. It is hard as hell to find.
Yeah. Do you remember Blockbuster?
Blockbuster is gone. Blockbuster's been gone since 2000.
I know it died a long time ago. I remember the first film that I rented out of Blockbuster was what was it? Friday the 13th, and also Nightmare on Elm Street. Oh, that was experience, wasn't it?
Well, wait a minute.
Oh, it was great. And the thing is, though, okay, with Blockbuster and VHS, no, you never ever get a problem. DVDs now these days, you get one little scratch, it's buggered. That's it. VHS just you had to wait a little bit for it to rewind. It was all right, but you watch it like they're glued in a darker room, and they start flickering. You're like, oh, I've got a poltergeist coming through my screen.
Hold on. So the first two movies that you rented were Friday the 13th and Nightmare on Elm Street. So,
yeah.
What happened to upstairs, downstairs?
Upstairs, downstairs. Which film? Why have I missed out on this film?
Wouldn't you have rented that? Or
no, it was Friday the 13th. I also did Poltergeist as well. The Shining on Blockbuster VHS. Oh, that was sick. That was great. That was amazing. Jack Nicholson in that film, he was a bomb. Oh, it was great.
I'm sort of okay. This is awesome. So you're a horror fan. I mean, you grew up on horror then.
Oh, I am. That's it. I was a weird little 8-year-old. I'd be sitting there, watching the VHS, the one you got the buttons you start to press and you get up to the TV. Watching, Friday the 13th. Obviously I was a very normal child, as you can tell.
Let's see. We're talking about doing well, sir. Doing well. Let's see. Question from Gary. He wants to know what was your first horror movie you appeared in, and what age were you in the movie? So, what was your first?
Gary, Gaza. I like you, Gaza. Come back and comment, Gaza. Right, Gazman, let's go for it. So, my first horror movie was The Howling with Greenway Entertainment. Which you can see the trailer on YouTube.
The first movie you were in was The Howling?
Yeah, Howling, yeah. First horror film, Howling.
Wow, okay. So
well, I ended up playing like Kirsty, like the little bimbo, but not the blonde bimbo, but the red-headed bimbo with the bald snails. And in that film as well, I had the werewolf that fell in love with me, and she went through an awful lot in that film.
Which Howling were you in?
It is The Howling. So if you go on to like Amazon Prime, you can also find it on Redbox, I believe, and also there's quite a few VODs. It's The Howling.
Okay.
I'll send you guys a link. If you holler up me, okay, and send me messages, I'll send you the link, my loves.
I got it. I'm gonna go ahead and send the link right now. The Howling came out in 2017.
Spoil sport, Mr. Michael.
Awesome. That is awesome. Okay. A local myth will be discovered to be true by a group of teenagers on a night out on a
Oh,
remote
don't
farmland. Is
experience
there
that
a
in that film. And there was one scene in there, okay, where Tony, okay, so I've got the werewolf is in love with me. He's got me in the wheelchair. He's will be down, I'm unconscious. And then Tony comes out, okay, like, oh, woman, you're very attractive. And I'm there like unconscious, like, oh God, what's going on? You know, and all of a sudden he gets a worm from the earth and then puts it in my face and dangles it. I'm thinking, stay in character. Stay in character. I've got a worm in my face right now. What do I do? Oh no. How do I feel about this? This is quite traumatizing at the same time. There's a worm dangling in my face. But he played it off very well. We kept in character. Tony Padill's a lovely actor, by the way. He's fantastic. I really do recommend him. He's brilliant. He's a very, very professional actor, absolutely. And then he took me off in his hands, and then took me off like the werewolf, like a beast man. Like, it's like Beauty and the Beast, but obviously the thriller version, I suppose.
and that is Tony Fidel.
Tony Padilla,
Yeah,
that's it. He's lovely. He's a
yeah.
lovely man. Absolutely lovely. He's the
Wow.
stuff.
This is your first role. This is your first horror movie role.
My first horror film, yeah.
Yeah. All
But
right.
have you seen Cry of the Magpie, my friend?
Pardon me?
Have you seen Cry of the Magpie?
I have not seen The Magpie. The movies that I have
Oh my
watched in
God,
your
Michael, what are you missing out on? You've got to see
uh-oh.
Cry of the Magpie.
Uh-oh.
This is
Oh,
mean
I
a
think
psychological thriller.
I will definitely do that. Trust me on that, Tiffany Ellen. I am all over it. I will do that after this.
Give me a ginger pinky
Uh,
promise, Michael. Ginger pinky
Pinky
promise.
promise.
Pinky
On the
promise.
cheetah.
So I'm wearing false
Cheetah.
nails, so you know that I'm, pretty gangster about this as well.
Okay.
A ginger promise is a
I'm
ginger
doing
promise
it.
for life.
My first pinky. I promise. I've
Go
watched
for it.
Mummy Reborn. I own The Curse of the Scarecrow, and I own the Bad Nun. I own
Have you
those.
seen Relentless yet?
Which one?
Relentless.
No. We have
Right,
not
watch
seen
Relentless. You'll see me there in more of a crime thriller drama. I
No,
won
that's
Best Actress for that as well. And watch The Cry of a Magpie. You'll see me in a completely different role. Also, Sandow as well. It's my period
Sandown.
drama debut.
I'm looking at the Relentless. That looks to be more like a thriller adventure.
It is a thriller. Yes, it's a crime thriller.
How do you the British do crime thrillers, right? I mean, can we say?
Oh, we do crime thrillers as well, yeah.
Yes. So what
But
did you
you
like?
Americans, you've got the taste on things. You guys know how to do things. I must say that, the British have got their way, but the Americans, they've got their razzle dazzle when they need to have it. I actually feel, to be honest with you, to myself, it may be British, but I feel more connected to America than I do Britain sometimes.
Wow, I was gonna say the other way for me. I sort of feel more connected to Britain than I do America these days.
We can swap places if you want to.
Yeah. Hobbs wants to know one question. He wants to know if you yourself, and this is a fun question. Do you collect movies yourself, or do you watch streaming? Go to charity shops or boot sales, and do you buy movies yourself?
Right. Well, do I write movies or collect?
No, collect. Do you collect movies?
I collect movies, but I'm a script writer myself.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Let's talk a little bit about that, because that's a really fun part of the business. Now we already know, this is what we already know about Tiffany Ellen. She's a ginger. She's got an awesome speaking voice.
Yeah, so all about Tiffany-Ellen. She's a ginger.
She can sing, and she loves horror films. And so, tell us a little bit about screenwriting. What did you?
Oh yes, but I'll be honest. I'm trying to start my own film company. It's called Canopy Lane Films. But I'm starting with a friend. Series. I can't give too much about it until it's really in the full run. But about where I'm at, about a hotel that was here between World War II, and still running now. About all the experiences from that.
Oh, so that's a drama.
Drama, yes.
Oh, okay. About World War II, the hotel during World War II.
World War II, all the going up through now, yeah.
Man, I would actually be all over that.
I can't give too much until we've got it all together. So I'd love to be able to reveal. I love to be able to build, but I can't until it's all, secure, done, deal, and everything, and then I can bleat on about it all I want.
Now, the one thing that the English filmmakers have that you're blessed with is when you have a movie, when you made your pitch, a concept, and you're ready to go, you could apply for money to help make your movie. We don't really have that here where we apply to make money. We have what they call
I
tax
don't.
credits.
It's all about. From what I know is, I don't know a lot about it, but I know it's through distribution. Getting. You see, what I know is about filmmaking. Okay, is getting concept trailer and going to finances and backers that want to invest within that. A lot of people go through the film festival market as well to get people interested. So then putting that money into that film, you get distribution companies. Okay, they're interested as well, and then from there they give you a certain amount of money to be able to make that film. As I said, I'm still learning. I mean, I know a lot about producing as well, but sorry, my camera's gone a little bit wonky there. I do apologise, my loves. But there's a process into it. And also you've got to get the money, okay, for the backing and also the equipment, the materials, the makeup, the actors, health and safety. People don't really think there's a lot of money that goes into making a film.
Oh yes, a lot of money.
So much as
Now,
well, with the
now when you
location, health and safety, and also you've got the money on top of that post-production as well.
now do you want to direct your own self, or do you just want to
Oh,
be able
absolutely.
to?
I don't know. I wouldn't mind directing my own stuff, but I'd love to be able to direct a film. I would love to do that.
But right now you're working on screenwriters. You're working on being a screenwriter. So what's it like for you to write? I mean, what do you do? How do you prepare to write?
How
Do
do
you
I do
write
it? I
when
just
you?
connect with myself. I write for my experiences. One story that I haven't told a lot of people, one story I'm trying to write was my mum's experience with type 1 diabetes. And watching that as well. But I want to give people, a reason to find themselves to live. I love fantasies and dramas. I'm also trying to write a book as well, okay, about one of the lost queens of Wonderland. But I find when I write, I get lost in that creative zone. I go into a whole world of my own. As soon as you touch paper to pen and that creative flow and that writing, there's something magical about it. As soon as you've got that you're like, boom, there you go. Nothing can stop you.
It seems like everything, for what we're seeing here, it seems like pretty much you can do anything. I mean, has it been hard? Was it hard for you to learn how to sing, or was it hard for you to learn how to act? I mean, it seems like you do this really effortlessly. Like a duck swimming on water.
Trying, the thing is that I've learned a lot, okay, in experience through life experience through acting. Not like I'm just naturally made, so I come from a family, okay, that were actors as well. But, for me, it's also through life experience, by pouring my emotion into it, by being me. As I said, majority of my life I was bullied as a child for being a redhead, a lot of jealousy, okay, for being in TV series, okay, losing my parents. But I find, okay, I'm a very creative person. And when I'm on stage, it's like my whole world is set on fire. And I completely lose myself into it, and I see myself not doing it. You take it away from me, I'd be a shadow of myself. I love it. I really do. There's something better just creating what you love. It's like, on a blank canvas and you've got the paint and creating that image. Everyone's got the potential to do whatever you want. You just got to believe in yourself. That's what I
I believe
always
me. I
say.
can't. I believe me. And you ain't ever gonna see me doing musical theater.
Well, musical theatre
I,
is hard. Obviously, it's not the easiest thing, but um, when I was performing on the stage, singing, and just all, the nerves and everything, and I'd be performing on the stage, and all my nerves would go away, and this whole different person came out, and I felt revitalized. I found my soul purpose. I do
did
what I do because I love.
did you ever
I love what I do.
experience stage fright though, Tiffany Ellen? Did you ever experience that when you were young?
I'll be honest with you, every performer, we've all experienced stage fright. I'm sorry to get nitty and gritty, okay, but before you go on stage with all the big performance, okay, you've got the stomach aches, you've got the runs, you're vomiting, like, no, you've got the sweats and everything. Trust me, we've all been through it. I did it as well. I was like, oh God, I've got the runs, couldn't stop going to the toilet. So it's a very nitty and gritty, not a nice thing to talk about. Okay, but as soon as I walked onto that stage, it all just fell off me. Not obviously in that way, in a disturbing way, but I mean, in a way that, all of that fear and all this confidence came onto me. So there's all that run
Yeah.
up, like, what will people think about me? And will my mic work? And you're worrying what people think. And then as soon as you walk on, boom, it all goes.
It's all gone.
That's
Gary
the way I
says,
can explain it.
Gary says, your IMDb is very impressive, and you're a very talented actress. I totally agree with that,
Oh,
Gary. I totally agree with that.
Gary, I love
Uh,
you.
there you go. There you go.
Gary, I love
Now,
you. Ginger
now,
hugs, my friend.
what do you like doing better? What do you like doing better? Do you like singing better, or do you like acting better?
I love
And
all of
why?
it, darling. I love singing. I love acting. I love dancing. I
Oh,
love all of them. I can't put them all, okay, one's better than the other. I love them all. I really do.
so I don't. Yeah, I guess I don't know. Now, have you done any musical films as well as a musical theater?
No, well, this is it. You'll find my next musical debut will be for Janis Joplin.
Yeah, what?
Janis
Uh,
Joplin. I'll be playing Janis Joplin.
oh wow. Okay. Okay. Yeah, that's a sad story. That's a sad
It is a
story.
sad story. I'll be in two films of hers. One about her friendship, okay, with Mark Bolan and David Bowie, but the next one be of A Piece of a Heart, and she had a very tragic story. We all know what happened there, but my God, she was a fantastic, phenomenal singer.
Yes, she was like a.
She was a
She was,
queen. She was a legend.
I guess she was sort of like our Amy Winehouse in a way.
Oh, absolutely.
Uh, uh, do you think how do you think how do you handle, because you start your career pretty relatively at a young age. Um, how did you handle the early success that you got? You know, the first time that someone noticed you, or the first time someone commented to you about seeing one of your performances. What? How did you handle that as a
Oh, you see me, I've always been very humble. Now, so I'm always, if someone gives me a compliment, I'm really welcoming towards that. The way that I see things at the end of the day, to be honest with you, I may be an actress in this life, but when I leave this world, I'm not taking that with me. As to me, everyone is equal. And someone to give me a compliment, that means the world, and I always give that love back. And that's the way that I see it. I said, I'm an actress, I love what I do, but when I leave this world, I'm not taking anything with me.
no,
At the end of the day, I just want people to be happy and to love, and and if I can inspire people to be who they want to be, and to find their dreams, I know I'm putting my little bit of touch in the world. If you're inspired by my gingerness, that's great. But to me, I just if I can inspire other people to live their dreams and to love what they do, I know I'm doing my work.
right. Um, Now I wanted to touch base with you again a little bit on the screenwriting. Um, so what's the process like for you? Do you write by yourself? Do you have a writing partner? Do you
No,
write
I
at
write by
home?
myself. I write by myself. I like good old fashioned pen and paper, darling.
Okay. Now, do you write by yourself at home, or do you go out to like a pub or a coffee
No,
shop?
I at home. At home.
No.
I
Okay.
tend to listen to music by channel, and when I feel like writing, I'll go jot, 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 and when the words come out, I'll put that onto paper.
Okay. Okay. Now you've always been a writer then when you were younger. Yeah.
Yes, I
Okay.
was. I was very good at English literature at school. I used to be the one writing little, like paragraphs and everything. So I was very good at writing. But
Now
it's
what
about telling a story and adventure.
what's the most part what's the most what do you, when you as a movie go you as a movie actress versus someone a movie fan, as a movie fan, what is the most important part of a movie to you when you pay you buy a ticket, or you turn on the streaming service or
For
what
me,
have you?
it's about being drawn into that film. It's about the story, being drawn in. With a film, it's about the storyline and the right. We've got all the visual, but there's so much goes into the effects as well. It's about being drawn into that story and being captivated, feeling that emotional attachment to certain characters. Egging on, that heroine, or like, oh no. Or what I tend to find is in the horror film, it's always the ginger girl that dies first. I'm like, oh, that's
Is it really?
so
I, hold,
so
hold on.
so
I'm not sure. I never really thought about that. I don't know. You went at the. Now I'm really thinking. That's not true. Mia Jovovich, she survived. She was a ginger, wasn't she?
With some of the films that I've seen, it's always a ginger girl that dies first. It's like, ah.
All right, all right. I'm gonna have to tell the chat to get on that. We need to find. We need to
No,
find
we'll
some
get on to
gingers.
that. Don't you worry. I'll send you over a few, like,
Okay, because
flicks to the ginger girl
I'm
dies
really
first.
thinking about this now. Now you got me thinking about going like, how many redheads? I always thought redhead. I thought always redheads were all final girls. Because who wants to get rid of a ginger? That's bad luck. Uh,
What do you mean it's bad luck?
yeah, you gotta keep the redhead around. Redheads are more fun.
Oh no, I
Okay,
mean if you rub a head like leprechaun, you might get like a pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. So
I can only think of one movie. Now I'm thinking about this now. I'm thinking, okay, how many times have I seen a ginger buy it? And I'm going like, I've only known one ginger that's ever died in a movie that I can think of, and that was Dina Meyer in Starship Troopers.
oh, I remember that film.
Okay. Charles, come out there. The ginger girl in the first wrong turn dies first. That's not true. Jeremy Sisto dies first. Okay. But damn it, Charles. You and your knowledge. Oh, okay. So that's two gingers that we know that die early. Okay. Well, I know Mila Jovovich is a ginger and she survived. So all right, all right. What's been your hardest role that you ever done?
Oh, that's a very good question, Michael. Actually, I suppose it was probably Quiet the Magpie, but I eased into the role, but it was a lot of emotion as well. You have to see Quiet the Magpie to understand.
Okay, I'm gonna. We do
Give
get
it
a
a
lot
check
of.
out, and you understand. It was a very intense role. I had to play, a character that had a lot of psychological issues. Is that you have to watch the film because there's quite a few twists in it to understand. That's the best way to say it to my viewers. Watch the film, and then you will understand.
Okay, okay. Has there been any roles that you've done that you've done that have caused you stress? Like like the character was either the character was really hard to
Well, no,
play
no,
or
not those that caused me stress. I found quite the, not quite. No, I'm sorry, my apologies. I found the Mummy Reborn did because we were doing two films in literally 1 week. So I was playing two main parts in two films, so I was overdoing it, and I was very exhausted.
God, that's crazy. That's
Yeah.
crazy. It's because now is that normal for English filmmakers? I mean, is it to
No,
do a
I don't knock them. It's not normal. You shouldn't be doing two films in 1 week. You
no.
shouldn't because I was going from one playing lead to the other one and working really hard and not eating properly and very tired, really exhausted. And when I got back home, my mum was still alive. I literally slept for about 3 days. So it was literally like, compulsive filmmaking. So that's why I found it hard. But you see, with me, I will go all the way out.
Mm.
That's it. So I won't complain. I'll go all the way in.
Uh, wow. One thing I'm thinking about if you're doing two movies in 1 week, that must have been quite a strain on your voice. How do you
It
how do
was a
you
massive strain on my voice, and I was very tired. Yeah.
how do you protect your voice? How do you
Oh, I'd say a very good tip is okay. It's a medication called a vocal zone. It helps clear out the vocals, okay, and gives you more of a clear voice.
okay. Now do you do honey? Do you drink honey as
Oh yes,
well?
honey and lemon. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, 'cause boy, yeah, man, I hope that I'd like to see you get a music. I'd like to see a musical. I would. I'd like to
Let's
see you in
aim
a
up for
musical.
that, guys. If any of you are writing musical, hit your girl tip up. Your
I
favorite
like to hear.
ginger.
Yeah, I like this. I like to see you belt one out. And you said you did Chicago, right?
Oh, I did. I played Roxy. Yeah.
Oh, wow, wow, that's cool. Roxy's fun. That's a
Yeah,
that's
she's
a that's a
great.
fun play. Now has that been your? I know you mentioned you did Annie earlier. I think every ginger that steps on, any young ginger that
Oh
steps
no,
onto
it's kind of like just what we have to play. But I love playing
yeah.
Roxy. I love to play Oh, what's her name? The one that played Cathy Jones. What was her name? Oh God, I know her so well. Chicago. I would like to play Annie Get Your Gun as well. I love
Who
being
plays Mummy?
Wicked. I love my musicals.
Oh, me too. Me too. And it's always interesting too when people see a musical actors or an actor, and then they turn around and next thing you know, you're seeing them do. It's almost like a comic, like comedy comedians. You see comedians do comedy
Exactly.
all
As
the
you
time.
got, Cathy say, "Come on, babe, we're gonna paint the town." And all that jazz, I'm gonna rouge my knees and roll my stockings down. It's great. I love musicals. It just it's part of who I am. I'm a musical performer.
Hey, Mr. Bones, how are you, sir? Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Mr. Bones rolling on in. Yeah, I thought that too. I thought it was a lot of fun. And Catherine Zeta-Jones
Oh,
had
darn you
such a
pause.
beautiful voice. Yeah, she had a gorgeous voice. Let's see. More. Let's see.
Oh, absolutely.
And now Gary wants to know what's your favorite scary movie? Not necessarily one you've been in, but just your favorite scary movie
My favorite
overall.
what?
What movie? What's your favorite scary
Oh,
movie that
Gary.
you've ever
Oh,
watched?
Gary, you are
That
putting me
you've
in place. Oh, I do like our Gather, don't we? All right, Gary. Okay, it's a very good. Oh, I do love the Saw films, but Gary, it's very good. You put me on point there, Gary. Let me think. Hmm. Hereditary is very good.
I should ask you what's your favorite British scary movie?
Oh, that's a very good. Oh, God, you guys are like putting me on the point. I know I've got to think now. Hold on, 2 seconds. Hold on, let me get my ginger brain activating. Hold on. Favorite British scary. Very, very British. Hold on, 2 seconds. Oh, oh, don't, because majority of my favorite horror films are American. Like, even like the ones like from Tim Burton, like the gothicy ones as well.
Uh-huh.
Like Beetlejuice but also, what was that one with not Tom Hiddleston, Tom oh God, the one who plays Loki, what was his name? I know this is really bad, me being an actress, but I'm not remembering his name.
There's a lot of really good, there are a lot of good British horror films. There are a lot of them.
Do you know
I
what?
mean,
Actually, a very good favorite horror film of mine is actually okay. I love The Sixth Sense. It's
okay,
very good. That's
okay.
very good. I know it's not British, but it's very good. And also The Others.
I was gonna say that. I was just gonna say
That's
the others.
brilliant. That film. That's brilliant. It's like,
Yep.
what's going on here?
I was gonna say that. I'm going like, wow. And Nicole Kidman is a redhead. She's a ginger.
Oh, Nicole Kidman. She's a fantastic actress. She's amazing.
She
She's
is.
queen, darling.
She rarely dies. She rarely
Yeah, she
dies.
really dies. She really
Okay, so
dies.
there you go. And she never dies first. Okay, so there we go. Yes. Hey Brian, how are you, sir? Glad you're here. We are actually talking about redheads and redheads in movies. Uh, Tiffany-Ellen says that redheads generally die first. I'm saying that they don't. And so now we're talking about some famous redheads that are in horror movies, and definitely Nicole Kidman fits that. Yeah, she doesn't die. And Mila Jovovich. Uh, Okay. Now, do you like old movies as well? Like, I know we talked
Yes,
a little
I
bit.
do. Yeah, I love my old movies. I'm a Carry On fan. I love black and white films. I'm massively into those. I
Oh,
remember the horror films like Nosferatu, Dracula, Bride of Frankenstein was amazing.
oh, there you go, Brian. It says, what's your favorite
Yes,
old school
Brian.
hero?
Brian, I
Yeah.
love you, baby.
Mr. Bones is saying Angie Everhart, a Bordello of Blood, but I don't think she was the first person to die, though, Mr. Bones. I don't think she died at all, didn't she? What didn't she end up getting Dennis Miller at the end? I think so. I think so. Yeah, she's a redhead.
Oh, also, do you remember? Do you remember Young Frankenstein? What was it with Gene Wilder, the comedy version?
Right. Yeah. Yep.
That was
Yep.
brilliant.
Terry Garr and I believe Madeline Kahn. Let's see. Yeah, we're talking about seeing which do gingers die first in horror movies, and I was saying I
This is
don't
it was
think
going to be a
gingers
whole
ever
new
die
thing,
in horror
okay?
movies.
On X, there's going to be a whole new thing on Facebook. Which are the gingers that die first in horror films? It's going to be a whole
Yeah,
new thing.
yes,
Save
that's
the
right.
gingers.
You know what? Well, you know what? If
My
people
ginger
can come
people,
by
I am your
after this
queen.
show,
I will speak out for you.
now, if everybody watching this stream right now, I want you guys to think about your favorite redhead, think about your favorite ginger, then come back here and drop it on the comment and whether they lived or they died in the movie. There you go.
Remember,
Uh,
I'm your favorite ginger.
that's that's right. That's right. Uh, uh, so so you do like black and white films then?
I do, yes, I am. I'm an old-fashioned girl.
Now, if you had a chance as a director or screen, or you writing a screen, you're writing a screenplay, would you write it in black and white? Would you sit there and say, "This is
Oh, I
I'm writing
would. I would. I would. I would definitely write it in black and white, and also make the best period drama. If I did a script, film, I would make sure everyone is enthralled by it. I'll be
okay,
inviting you into a piece of myself.
okay." Now,
I will
now
take you to Wonderland, through to Oz, and through to Narnia, my loves.
see, I know there was a ton of redheads during the black and white movie days, and they never died. In fact, they were the femme fatale. They're the
The
last
femme
ones.
fatale, darling. That's it. The femme fatale, the goddess, darling. That's it.
That's right. Look at Lucille Ball. Before
Oh,
Lucille,
Lucille Ball. Yes, Michael, my man. That's exactly Lucille Ball. She was a goddess.
yeah,
Also,
she was.
what was it? Also, oh, what
People
was
don't
her name?
realize
Was it Rita?
Rita
I'm
Hayworth.
talking about
Rita Hayworth.
That's it. Rita Hayworth.
Uh,
And also Marilyn
uh,
Monroe. She was originally a redhead as well.
I believe you're right. Lucille
Absolutely.
Ball. People don't realize how beautiful Lucille Ball was when she first started out. And I think what happened with her was, well, back in those days, they smoked like choo-choo trains. So I think that sort of hurt her looks at toward the end. But if you go back to when she first started out, oh my lord, she was stunning. But
Oh,
I
absolutely.
never knew because I
What's
always
the guy
watched.
look at? What was the name? Judy Garland. She was a redhead as well.
Oh yes, okay. Yeah,
Beautiful, stunning lady, and her voice
but
so
but
beautiful.
Liza
It's a
Minnelli,
very shame what she went through.
but Liza Minnelli was not. She was not a redhead.
No, she wasn't a redhead. It was from one of Judy Garland's. What was the husband that had Liza Minnelli? Because
Uh,
Judy Garland had quite a few husbands, didn't she?
now it seems like people are rolling in here. Love Rose McGowan and Scream. And Rose McGowan was a
Oh,
redhead.
Reza Garland, well done. You
Yeah,
said that. Well done.
but she didn't die first. She died middle of the movie. She wasn't the first one dead. That was a blonde. A blonde died. See.
Okay, well, we can still include that because it's not towards the end of the film, so we can put it toward. Was it the middle or the beginning of the middle?
Let's see. It was toward the end. It was toward the end.
Okay,
There was a giant party, and then she got caught up in the garage. See,
but still,
Gary
but
King blonde.
Ginger didn't survive, so therefore we can count that in. It's fine. So,
See, Gary saying blondes before gingers. I don't think so. Let's see.
oi,
Lucy's got some
mate,
explaining to do.
mate, who do you think
Charles,
you are, mate? Saying bloods before gingers.
Charles says that Elsa
Who do you
Lanchester.
think you are, mate? Saying the blondes are before gingers. Oh my god. Oh god.
Gingers before
I
all
forgive
others.
you, but I love you.
What's the last movie that you saw? What's the last two three
Actually,
movies
the
that
last
you?
film that I saw playing up was Oppenheimer.
Okay, was that the last movie you
Oppenheimer
saw?
with Cillian Murphy.
Oh, okay. So
Fantastic film.
so you have not seen Immaculate as of yet.
Not yet, but I will do now. But also, I loved Damsel on Netflix with Millie Bobby Brown. That was very brilliant as well.
Okay, okay. I want to see Immaculate as I want to see that too. I like wait a minute. Isn't Jenna Malone a redhead? Isn't Jenna Malone a true ginger? I think she is. And she was in Consecration. That's a redhead. And she lived all the way through. Let's see. what are some of the actors if you could cast your own movie, right? Let's say you wrote your script, you got your director. Now you could cast 3 men and 3 women. Who would you
Oh,
cast and why? Who would you cast
Michael,
and
you put me
why?
first. Okay, well, first will be Cillian Murphy, obviously.
Okay.
Cillian Murphy, Helena Bonham Carter. Can they be people that are alive or dead?
You can have both. Both. You can do both.
Okay. Um. Oh, okay. Bear with me. Okay, so there's two. Um. Leonardo DiCaprio. I'd have Martin Scorsese as director because he's fantastic.
Okay.
Um. Bear with me. How many I've got 3 so far. Let me put on the point here. Okay, bear with me.
You got 3.
I'm just a little ginger girl. I'm British, darling. Right, hold on.
You got 2 males and 1 female.
Okay, right. I've got 2 males, 1 female. Oh God, I'm not doing very well, am I here? Okay. Whoa, 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 whoa.
Wasn't Emma Watson?
Oh,
Wasn't Emma
Emma
Watson
Stone.
in Ginger?
Emma Stone.
Okay. She was a redhead. She's a redhead.
I do love a bit of Emma Stone. She is great. She's queen. She's lovely. I do
Yeah.
love Emma Stone.
But there you go. But she's a ginger, so she
Oh, she's
doesn't
a
die.
ginger. Also, Margot Robbie.
She's not a ginger.
I know
But
she's not a
she is
ginger, but she's very
but
good.
but she is very cute.
How many have I got so far? How am I doing?
You need one more. You need one more male actor.
Okay, right. Oh, the temptation. Oh, okay, right. Go with me. Robert Downey Jr.
Robert Downey Jr. Yeah, he's really he's really come back.
Yes,
'Cause
he's got to come back because he had the supporting
I
actor award in Oppenheimer.
have you ever had anybody come up to you and ask you about acting? I mean, not in this situation, but on set or on the stage. If people come up to you and sit there and say, Tiffany Ellen, how do how I'm having trouble getting into this role, or how do I get into the movies? Do you get a lot of that? It seems to me that you're so approachable and you're lovely to talk to. I would think,
I'm very approachable. I don't really have anybody come up to me. The way that I say about acting is like passing a ball. Okay, I give my energy. I throw you the ball. You throw me that ball back. That's it.
right.
It's good to also have a connection with the actor as well. Get to know the relationship, the character building, connect with the other character. I mean, it'd be
Oh,
funny. Obviously, Mummy Reborn. Okay, me and Victor, who plays Max. Okay, we said, oh, we're going to be horrible on set. We actually became very best of friends on set, and we had very much that sibling connection. So it's really good to have that connection. I mean, it always tells on set if you don't like someone. It always tells if you think someone's an arsehole. Basically, it will always tell. The camera always
uh,
picks up every word thing. It really does.
we
So
might have to
it just.
we might have to recast your role because Emma Stone is actually a natural blonde, not a ginger.
Oh, okay. Right. Oh, you put me
How
on.
about Catherine Hepburn? She was a ginger.
Right, we'll go for her. Kevin Hepburn, yes. I like
Hell
your
yeah.
style, Mr. Michael. I
Yeah,
like your style.
we
Go
can
for that.
overcome this. We can overcome this. All
We can
right.
overcome this. We got this, baby. We got this. We got this. We got this, baby.
Power fist.
Paris. Paris with ginger people. That's it.
That's right. It's all about
Unite.
it's all about ginger. Uh, yeah, I'm just talking to you now. I'm just thinking, you're probably what every actor that's on set or on stage that's nervous and having a really, like a really rough day. Maybe they're having stage fright. Maybe they're having second. You'd be like the perfect actor to be on stage, so you could to encourage them. I don't think that really gets talked about enough about that about
It
actors.
should be about encouraging because we all work together as a team. It
Right,
should be about encouraging the other performers. We work together. Dream work is what makes a team work. And that's
right,
the way that I see things. We all work together. We put the same energy in.
right, right. Okay, so I got a personal question for you, and you can tell me in as many words as you want.
All right,
So
is this from you? Is this from one of the viewers?
now it's for me. So
Okay, go for it, Michael.
talk to me a little bit because I'm curious. But tell me a little bit about how you met Louisa Warren.
Oh, well, Louisa Warren, she works in Tram Dot Films. I met her through Proportion Productions. I met her through that. So
Is she a good director? I mean, because I know she's
Oh,
directed a lot of films.
she's a lovely lady. She really is lovely.
And
I
she
know
and
her
she did,
personally. She's a really, really sweet girl. She really is lovely.
and she were and because you've done a lot of movies for her, and like I said, I know that she acts as well. She does directs as well. Uh, I was just
Yes,
wondering.
she has. But from my personal experience, whether people think, but from my personal experience with Lisa Warren, okay, she's a lovely, lovely lady. She's very, very sweet. She's really, really kind. She's got a lovely personality. If other people have got other experiences from her, that's different. But from my experience, she's always been very kind to me. And when my mum passed away, she was very much there for me.
Mm,
She's a lovely girl. She is.
okay.
From my
Well,
experience, anyway. If anyone's got a different experience, it's down to them. But
is
from
there
my experience, it's always been positive with her.
are there a lot of right now, in your opinion, are there a lot of women directors working in the UK right now, or do you think that women directors
There,
are
I believe, okay, there should be more women directors, and not being feminist at all, but I believe, it should be multiverse really of male. Everyone's got the, ability to be able to create a story. It should be male and female directors, okay? If they've got a story they want to write, go out there and create it. You don't know until you go out there and just go far out with it. Do it. Doesn't matter if you're male, female, gender neutral, whatever feel that you are. If you've got a dream, what are you waiting for? Go for it. What have you got to lose? Tell your story.
I think for a lot of people though, they feel like they hit a ceiling, like they can't get to a certain, they only get to a certain point, and then they're gonna punch the way through, and it's hard. It's hard
No,
work.
Diane, thing is that the only thing that limitates us is ourselves at the end of the day. If we have dreams, we've got to follow them blindly and chase them. If we don't know, if we don't do it, then we'll never know. We'll never know. So go for it as much as you can. Run out of it for wild horses if you can. Do it. What have you got to lose? Let the world hear your voice. Let yourself be known.
Right,
What have you got
right.
to lose? You are amazing. You are talented. You are beautiful. You have got it all going for you. Let the world see your light and shine it bright.
Do,
And
do,
screw what people think.
do you feel that I mean, if like, you might hear the UK and in America, but don't you think the UK, honestly, don't you think the UK as a whole, the acting community as a whole, it can stand with anybody? I mean, it's very good. But do you ever feel like, because that I've asked this before with UK actors, but do you feel because there's a bottleneck of established stars, is it hard for new talent to come in and break through that? And
I
it seems like
do. I personally, from my experience, I do feel okay. Look, majority of the industry is better going off into the American side. I will agree with you there. Okay, the English industry is very hot. Also, we had the whole COVID situation. Okay, that put a whole backlog on the industry. It's about pushing yourself and going out there. Really, at the end of the day, you see, I can't give my personal views. Okay, because a lot of people in the industry think, oh, so the way that I see it, if you've got a dream, go for it. Okay, whatever area or country you feel drawn to, go for it. Okay, with the English industry, a lot of the American industry has taken over the English industry, and nothing is really done without the American industry say so, the distribution companies. Um, but you see, the English industry has changed a lot since the 90s. Pre then, television was very different. The industry is changing very much,
yeah.
I believe, and people need to start putting I personally believe people start putting their work more expanded than keeping themselves stuck in a certain genre or limited. That's it. Just watch this space, really. Things change all the time.
Right. Um, and, Brian just came through with another question and another ginger. Brian's asked,
Brian,
he says, speaking of horror, have you ever performed in a Rocky Horror production? And I do believe Columbia
Brian,
was
you have oh Brian, you're
was
trying to catch my heart, Brian.
wasn't Columbia a redhead?
Well, what was it? It was the what was it? The guy with the blonde hair was his sister that was a redhead, and also you had the other one that was with Meatloaf. She was a redhead with the top hat as well.
Yeah, I think that was
Oh, I
Columbia.
love to be in Rocky Horror.
We're finding out. We're finding out all about the redheads.
Brian is the man after my own heart. Oh, Brian, I love you.
Wait, we got Julianne Moore. Julianne Moore's a ginger, and she's done a lot of she's done a few
Oh,
horror
Julianne
films.
Moore's fantastic.
Yeah, yeah, she's fan. Yeah, yep. Let's see. Have you done a Rocky Horror, or you said you would love to do
No,
one?
I would love to do a Rocky Horror.
Oh, hell yes, yeah, that's right. But you had to play Columbia though. You couldn't play Janet. That would just wouldn't work. That just wouldn't
No,
work.
no, no, I've got to be a Columbia. I mean, you guys
Janet was
nominate me. If I do another Rocky Horror Show, do a petition, Tiff for Columbia.
What's next for Tiffany Ellen? What's on your schedule
As
for
I
the
said,
rest of
okay,
this
you know,
year?
I've got Janis Joplin, okay, I've got a few period dramas signed in the works. I'm writing my own scripts for a TV series, so watch this space, guys.
And my last question, and we'll see how British you really are.
All
Who's the
right. See,
sti-
all right,
who,
are we doing the British test? We need to get a cup of tea, darling.
okay.
What's going?
Who's the Stig?
Oh, that Michael.
Who's the
You
Stig?
know that it's a forbidden thing for us not to
I
talk to.
want to know that. You got to tell me the answer.
Who asked the question? I know it wasn't you, Michael. It was one of the commenters. Who is the stick?
No,
Who was it?
this is from me. This is from me. I can prove it. I
I
can prove
actually,
it.
you know, I do watch Top Gear, but I don't know who the stick is. I know he had an accident.
See,
I'm a Top Gear lover. Which one though? You have a Top Gear with the Jezza and Richard Hammond, or
no, the one I'm talking about. I love the original one. I'm talking about the one with Chris Evans. He was on for a year.
oh,
But
okay. You see, I know
wanna
about
who
the
the
stick.
Stig
Okay, with you know, with Jeremy and Richard Hammond and James May.
James May.
There's
Yeah.
been many stigs. I do watch it. I can't answer. I know he had an accident. That's all I know. But it's a very secret conspiracy theory about British people, darling.
Okay.
I tell you what, my
Magenta.
loves, if you vote me to be Columbia in the next Rocky Horror film, I will tell you all the secrets of the stick.
That's a deal. And Brian says that Magenta is the redhead. Was she the redhead? I thought it was Columbia. Maybe Columbia is the one that was with.
Well, now I look like a right twat now, Michael. Don't I?
Either way, there was a redhead. There was a redhead.
Oh Lord! Here I am trying to be a sophisticated redhead. Right. Well, the redhead, and I should know this. I'm musical one. Right, guys. Right, close your eyes. Okay, that's fine. All right, just forget. Right, the redhead in the Rocky Horror Show. You vote for me to be the next character, the next redhead character. I will tell you all the secrets of the sick and all the English conspiracy theories. Don't worry, Tiff's got your back.
That's a deal. That's a deal.
Deal, baby. Deal, baby.
Let's see. The Evil Dead Rises. I believe the redhead was a redhead in that movie, in Evil Dead Rises. we really gotten people. This is great work.
We've got them all revved up, bro. We've got them all revved up.
I love it. People are coming out with redheads from all over the place.
Oh, we're bringing the gingers out the zone, mates.
Wow. So I tell you what, when you get cast in a Rocky Horror, you'll have to come back and talk to us about it.
I will. Remember, vote for your girl. Remember, vote for the Queen of the Gingers. I love you, my viewers. You're my people. I love you so much. Show your Tiff some love.
Thank you so much for coming up, Tiffany-Ellen. I really do appreciate it.
Thank you, Michael. It's been wonderful. And to all my viewers, I love you all so very much. Please follow. You can message me anytime you want. I always speak to people. I love you all so much. I think you're fantastic. And remember, who's your favorite new ginger on the block? Moi. You know, but I love you.
The new ginger on the block. Thank you so much. If you can stay with simply one more minute, I'm going to say thank you to the chat for coming out tonight, coming out today, this afternoon, or tonight, if you're in the UK. I really do appreciate it. We will be back here in about 4 hours to do this all over again with our good friend and fellow cinephile and probably redhead expert, Kenny Sparks. He'll be here at 8 o'clock along with me and the Cheetah. Thank you so much for your support. I really do appreciate it. Don't forget to hit the comment section, hit the thumbs, hit the like button, and share us out. And we will talk to you guys in about 4 hours. So be safe.
Love you, baby girls and baby boys. Mwah. I love you long time. Stay ginger. Tiff is always with you.